What's going on, guys? Sea bass of the ocean, and we keeping them good vibes flowing. You know we got motion. Anyways, guys, welcome. Your boy Clark, talking to you straight through this camera, just saying what's up. Hope you're living well. Hope life's treating you right. Hope you're chasing some goals, being ambitious, locking the fuck in, because why not? I want to talk about this idea of essentially, which I've heard many people say, there are no original ideas. No need trying to be original. There are no original ideas. Why would somebody say that? I want to go over both sides in a sense. Now, when someone says there are no original ideas, I think outright that's a complete lie. That's a very close-minded idea. I think the positive side of saying there are no original ideas is basically just do something. What is inspiring you? What is pulling you in? Go off of those feelings, despite whether it's been done or not. You have a direction. You have something to follow, something to do. I think it eases the pressure of trying to be 100% original and unique and all these things that people think is so hard to do, right? But when you think about the evolution of humanity, we're not still just, banging sticks together to make a fire or pushing stones down a hill. Like, we've come a long way to having driving cars and Wi-Fi and just like all these advancements over the years. Those are evolutionary thoughts. Someone dared to go beyond what was already known. And just that thought alone is what brings it into the real world. Of course, it has to go through trial and errors and, countless attempts to truly become something. But you can be original and unique by just putting your own twist on something. The amount of landscape paintings that exist, the amount of people that have painted a fish, right? Are you gonna not paint a fish that you want to paint because, that's not original? People have been doing that. People continue to do these things because the way they do it is what makes it original. The emotion, the color theory, the planning of where the fish will be, the background, the overall theme, that comes from a unique mind. That's not to be duplicated. I think when people say there's no original ideas, they're looking around because a lot of people are just copying what is popular, what is trending, what's hot right now. Instead of watering their actual path of flowers, they're more just trying to jump over the fence into someone else's garden and take a flower over there, only to realize that that flower you stole, without the roots, it's gonna die eventually. It might look good for a while, but it's gonna die, versus watering your own seeds and growing into something amazing. You can have original ideas. You just need to embrace the fact that you're an original person. You're very unique. Whether you are a new soul or an old soul, if you feel like you've been here before, this go around is the one of one unique version of yourself. There's no replicating who you are. And of course, people say that all the time. But then why go and say there's no such thing as an original idea? It's all been done before. Every topic, like, there's a sweet spot to it all. We always mention the sweet spot. But just because there's been thousands, millions of love songs made, are people stopping from making new, innovative love songs? Or if a genre has already been covered, of course, there's so much nuance, there's so much energy that can be brought into it, and even a combination of genres. Or again, like, the themes of a painting can always be different. The cycles in fashion, from something being hot right now to just going global and then shrinking down to just fading away. It's completely faded away, and then there's a resurgence. It all comes back. It happens with fashion. It happens with hairstyles. It even happens now with just like you see the trends. A trend is a very good word to shape it. There's things that come and go very quickly. That's why it's a trend. It's not here to stay. It's here for a short time, not a long time. And there's too many to even talk about how many trends. You guys know that it's endless when we get into that idea. You're not trying to become somebody that already exists. You're trying to become the best version of yourself. And with your style, with your approach, with your flow, unlock this new level of your own creation. And that alone will inspire people to do their own thing. And they might try to copy you. They might try to, replicate what you're doing. And that, while I get that is frustrating, it is the ultimate form of flattery, is copycat, I remember one example is when you think about like type beats on YouTube. If you ever wanted to make a song and you don't know how to make the beat, you just say something, type beat, and a bunch pop up. There was this trend where basically everybody was trying to sound like Playboi Carti for a while. Like they just hop on YouTube, take these beats, and just try to be him on the beat. And of course, it always sounded like shit, because that's not who you really are. You're trying to mimic, clone, while you could strike gold with one take. Over the course of trying to live like that, it's gonna be a lot of duds and shit that you're not gonna stand on. When you have a thought that is felt within your body, felt within your stomach, your mind, your heart, and it's different than what anybody in that room is thinking, that is your intuition, I could put it on a lot of different things, but that is originality coming through you. And you can express it, or you can get in line with the sheep. If you want to stand out, you should express those thoughts that you find interesting. There's something about it that is striking you. Or you just don't, and someone else may have that idea. And then you see it through your phone, through the TV, through some other form that, wow, that was literally my idea. I chose to hold my tongue. I was just getting in line like everybody else. I'm just trying to paint the same landscape over and over again. Or you dream to innovate. Why not put something unique and different? The amount of times that, of course, there's limited genres, they say, but genre blending is no new thing. And people that do it well can go very far because it's unique. It's not always what you hear. When country and hip hop started blending together, there was a bit of an explosion. And now all these hip hop artists are trying to be country artists. And then a country artist is adding some hip hop elements to their production. It's all like kind of just take and go, trying new things. And that's where we get innovation. That's where we get original ideas. Even just having the thought to try something new. Even if it's not you that is shaping a whole new original flow, you may inspire somebody else to. And that's what I want to do. I want to lead by that voice in my head that tells me to be different, that tells me to think different. And in turn, I want to help you guys do the same exact thing.